And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're talking about a game called Get Your Hand Under That Table, Try to Score, but Watch Out for the Whole Klask. I don't actually think that's the title of the game. This is a really weird cover. They actually show a picture of the game here. I had that picture over here in Klask. But whatever. This is Klask. You'll notice this is a giant box. That's because this is a giant game. Here's the game itself. This is a game that basically is in almost not a board game, it more into the ping pong table tennis category of games, or pinball machines or things like that. Let's take a look. So here's the board for Klask. Now if you look on the bottom of Klask, you'll see that in the underneath of Klask there's a board here that keeps you from sticking your hand all the way through. But you're going to have this double piece here. It's a magnet, a very strong magnet, and a top piece. They snap together, but they're basically so that you can put the magnet underneath and move it around. In the middle, you have three small white magnets that you'll be placing on these three spots here. And over here, you have a spot for 2 coins. These coins are essentially going to keep track of the game being played. So players are trying to hit the ball in the opponent's goal. So we'll show you a little bit about how the game plays. As you notice, okay, here we see some great playing by these professional players who can't apparently hit the ball. Now you'll notice the magnets will fly around. And again, the whole object is to get the ball in your opponent's hole. Now wait, stop here. Now you'll notice that this player here, and we won't mention her name, made the magnet fall into the hole. When that happens, you give a point to the opponent. So this player over here has gotten 1 point. Alright, let's set up and try again. Maybe we'll actually see a point being scored this time. Go ahead. Alright, then there you go. It landed over here on the side, and so that gives another point to this player. It is now 2. Now notice that the magnet stuck to this person. The magnets are dangerous because one magnet stuck to you is fine, but if the other magnet ever gets stuck to you, then again, you give a point to your opponent. That's basically the whole game. You're going to be, well, okay. Let's set the magnets up here. So that's basically the whole game. You're going to get points for not going in the hole, which shouldn't happen after a while, I guess. Having these attached to you, which can happen very easily, or having the ball scored in. The first person to get 6 points is the winner of the game. I should mention, as we're looking at this, one thing that's really important with this game, I found, you want to make sure you have it on as flat of a surface as possible. Because if there's any kind of tilt in one direction, it can give an advantage to one person. Ooh, I see one magnet attached to one of those guys. Oh, it's looking dangerous. Are you guys actually aiming for the hole? Because it looks like you're just trying to shoot in the corners. Ah! It is now 3-0. Alright guys, what did you think of Klask?
I really like this game, especially with all the magnets.
Yeah, magnets are always a fun thing to play around with, right? And it's an interesting game because you have to move something on top of the table with something underneath the table. I played games that have something like that before, where your hands are underneath the table, but this one has that magnet that can easily get messed up.
I'm glad that it has some challenges, not just like
hit it across the table.
Yeah, I'm glad that there's like 3 magnets in the middle. It makes it a little more challenging.
It does, especially when the ball is thrown into a corner and there's a magnet that got flown over in that corner too. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, how do I hit that ball without picking up that magnet? For me, I always grab a magnet. What do I care? It's 2 that kills you. So, what'd you think?
I thought it was a really fun party game. Like, you just put them with a party and people just take turns hitting the ball and stuff.
Yeah, this is definitely a game you can set up and leave and people come play.
I thought it was fun. To me, it really felt like a little mini version of air hockey with a bit of foosball in it, because basically you're just hitting a thing back and forth, and with some obstacles and little point marker thing on the side, which I thought was nice too.
Yep.
I've played this game with kids. I've played this game with teenagers. I think that this game just really goes across well. It's the kind of game that would work at a youth group or a rec room, or it would work in with kids. It works with adults. It works at conventions. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pricey. It's big, okay? It's not an easy game to store, but I think it's a game that you get very long play out of.
This is also a box where you can really put out anything. You can put it upside down.
I
And
guess. I'm
easy
just
to
saying.
carry. It's not like one of those games you have to hold up
Yes.
like this.
That's true. The problem is just where do you put it in your house?
On a shelf.
Thank you. That's very useful. All right, final thoughts.
I thought it was really fun and great party thing.
Yes, it's a very good party game, and I enjoyed it.
All right, same here. A lot of fun. That's Klask. Dice Tower Judgment.
Approved!
Excellent.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.
There.